Hi. Yesterday I ran into this Kevin's video where he recommends to add height after for images in reset CSS. The point is that by setting height auto, we can make image keep its aspect ratio, even if we have width and height specified on an image tag. So when I saw this, I commented that there is no sense in adding width and height attributes on responsive images. Now I've checked, so I got some comments pointing that I'm not right, and so now I've checked it, and yes, my information is obsolete. You definitely can add height auto and it will work as you expect. So the space will be reserved, and it will work nice when the image is responsive. But anyway, I'd like to elaborate what did I mean by this comment and why some time ago this was not a sin, and my initial point was right, but several years ago I think, and now it is not. So here is an HTML page with some image on it, and I'm going to Windows XP virtual machine with Opera 36. This is browser from March 2016. It's one of the latest Opera versions that can be installed on Windows XP, and I think it uses Chrome somewhere near the latest that can be used on XP too. It's Chromium-based Opera. It's not Opera Presta, and I want to show here what happened. Maybe, okay, I'll initially show in, I can show in modern browser and here too. So, when we have an image, if we have slow network, when we refresh the page without attributes, here is some space, and then image start loading, and the page jumps. I can show it also adding only delay. So I set latency to 3 seconds, but I don't limit download and upload speed. So now when I refresh the page, we can see that I should have switched to this. Now we are waiting 3 seconds to load the page, and now after 3 seconds we start loading image, and the content below the image jumps because the space is not reserved. It works the same way in old browser too. So here I made similar configuration, but there were some bugs, so I specified the speeds too. Doesn't matter actually. And when I refresh page, now we are waiting for the page. Here is some size, and then image appears, and here is layout shift. Now if I specify height of 256, we can see that the space will get reserved. So now we are waiting the same 3 seconds for the page, and now you can see that the space is reserved, and then the image appears. Same here. Waiting a bit, and now space is reserved, and an image appears. So what does this height do? We can see here image attribute styles, which specify height 256 pixels. So what is attribute styles? It's a thing where browser transforms tag attributes like height, width, I think cell spacing, cell padding, a lot of SVG attributes, a lot of obsolete text attributes, like if we use font tag or something like that, and they have the lowest priority. So any CSS selector, even a star, will override this. So I can add like star height 500 pixels. Oops. Bad idea. Anyway, you can see that these styles are overridden. I can add both attributes, height and width. In case of width, the space also reserved horizontally. So it's not actually normal for images to specify both height and width. You can see the space is reserved. You can even see a square before the image was loaded. And now here are two attributes, width and height. Now my point was, if I'm adding height after for the image tag, you can see that it overrides this height attribute, so it strikes through, and I expected that it's never applied if there is a height. So let's try it by adding height outer into our code. I'm going here, I'm refreshing the page, and the space is really not reserved. You can see it was large by horizontally, width worked, but vertically it took one line. So this height outer overrides this height. And I expected that it will be the case for all browsers. But now, if I'm going here, it's more modern browsers, it's Avast 1.12, the same as Chrome 1.12, I think. And if here I refresh the page, we are waiting a bit, and you can see it's square, 256 by 256. So why is that? Same attribute styles, height is still striked through, it's not applied because height after is overriding it, but there is one more property, aspect ratio after 256 by 256. And that's the point. We never overridden aspect ratio, so it is applied, and the space is correctly reserved, because it's having its width property set. I can go in the latest Chrome, it's somewhere near 148, and refresh a page here. You can see these elements. By some reason, Chrome adds aspect ratio twice, but it doesn't matter because if it's set at least once, it works. So the second one overrides the first one, but they are the same. Height is overwritten by outer. Anyway, that works fine. So, okay. Add profile here. They changed a bit interface. And added more options, by the way. Latency 3000. Go here. So, reserved square, and then image appears here because of the aspect ratio. I also checked in Firefox and need to update the page. You can see the same thing, attribute styles, aspect ratio. So I think it works in all modern browsers, but it doesn't work in the older ones. So I checked aspect ratio, it's here since 221. I actually can't say if it's the point where it was specified for image tag attributes. I always thought that attributes are transformed one to one, so height to height, width to width, and I never knew that if they are specified both, they are also adding aspect ratio, even if when I used aspect ratio directly. So maybe it is somewhere between these versions and the current state. I don't know. But anyway, so here is the point. We can set max width to 100%, display to block, height to outer. I can also get the larger image like this. It's 152 by 896. And if I go here and refresh the page, the space will be reserved. So here is it. and then the image appears. I should actually change the width. So if it's narrow, the space will be reserved in this size. Oh, should to enable throttling again. So oops. Actually something went wrong. I'm a bit surprised because it worked some time ago when I first checked it. Did I? Oh, sorry. It's I'm who doing wrong sence. I swapped width and height actually. Here is the right option. So yeah, so now it's reserved in the right space. Here. Here I actually am not sure how. Maybe like this. Yeah, so the space is reserved, then image loads here. But it won't work in all the browser with on Windows XP. If I refresh page here, height auto is taken is overwrites height auto overwrites the specific height value. So here we won't get this. So that was the point when I said this, and now it's not that way. Now it's working fine. So I'll add here a comment as soon as I upload the video. Thank you, that's all.